So what has concerned about the stock market activity we're seeing around GameStop?
Well, I'm also happy to repeat that we have the first female Treasury Secretary and a team that's surrounding her. And
Melvin Capital is now out of the stock. They got out of the stock, from what I understand, yesterday afternoon.
140% of GameStop was short. I didn't hear one person on TV complaining about Wall Street trying to crush GameStop. 140% short.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's happening, Habibis? I'm Siraj Hashmi.
And I'm Mujahed Kobbe.
And we're the Habibi Bros. And welcome to another episode of Habibi Power Hour. And I forgot that background. There we go. Things are
there it is.
Man, you know, people would call this a very dark day, hence the dark background, except that's only if you really are on Wall Street. But welcome, Habibis. How you feeling? How has your week gone?
The week? Honestly, the week has been going okay. Not too bad. Nothing.
Yeah, no, it hasn't been that bad. However, you know, just when you think things are about to get really boring, you know, life sneaks up on you. And nothing has snuck up on us more. Oh, what's the best word I could use? Nothing surprised us more than what we saw today on Wall Street with GameStop. And I mean, I feel like it's such a crazy topic because, first of all, who gives a fuck about GameStop? Well, apparently. I mean, if you've ever been to GameStop, if you were a gamer, and I'm sure
Reddit, we love GameStop. Reddit, we love GameStop.
I love GameStonk because you can buy a $60 video game and return it a week later and get like $4.69 back for it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Super nice. And what happened these last few days is basically a whole collective of people on the website Reddit through this particular subreddit, this little chat called Wall Street Bets, decided to band together and basically buy up GameStop stock. And the reason for that is because a bunch of hedge fund managers decided that they were going to short sell the stock of GameStop. Basically, for those who don't know what that means, since you got these two different parties here, you got the Redditors and you got the short sellers, the hedge fund managers. God, I don't know why it's so hard to say GameStop stocks and hedge fund managers. It sounds
hedge
fudge managers. And they're basically competing against each other. The Redditors want to inflate the stock. The Jesus, I can't even get it right.
The hedge
fund, the short sellers, let's go with short sellers. They want to see the stock fail. They're betting against the stock. And so what's happening is GameStop, I don't know, what was it running at before this whole thing started? Do you remember, Jay?
$6.69.
Nice.
That would have been nice, right? I don't know what it was starting out before.
So they collectively banded together, started buying GameStop stock.
Right.
Started driving the price up. Now, all the time, the entire time, the hedge fund managers are seeing the stock go up. They're starting to move their position back on the short sell. And then once they start realizing this whole thing is out of reach, the hedge fund managers start buying the stock to cover their losses on the short selling.
Right.
You had one particular manager, Melvin Capital. They were one of the hedge funds that was targeted by Reddit. They closed out of their GameStop short position. It happened earlier today because they realized that they were losing billions of dollars. Now, by the time the market closed today, GameStop was at $347 per share.
It started at about like $4 something.
Yeah.
Before this whole thing started.
It's fucking crazy. And now we're at this point where Reddit started, Wall Street Bets started focusing on every other, a bunch of other low price in shares and low market cap stocks. So like GameStop, they started buying AMC, the AMC theaters, Nokia, Blockbuster, and Blackberries.
Bringing back everything from the dead, literally.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of crazy how this has all gone down because I even got in on it. Not even gonna lie to you. I opened up a Robinhood account earlier today. I tried buying some AMC stock, and it was terminated before I could really even execute it. They basically partially spiked the purchase, and I'm going to share my screen with you because it's just madness. What they actually this is almost serendipity to see exactly how much money I made on this, and that I didn't make any money on it. But if you can see right here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. I shit you not, I bought 6.9 cents worth of shares from AMC because that's all they would allow me to buy.
They wouldn't let you buy any more than that?
I tried to put 100 in, and
$100?
$100 worth of shares from AMC, and they only gave me $6.9 cents.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So that was fun. So yeah, that's all what's happening there. But couple of quick comments here. Damon Toll, thank you, Damon, says, take a drink every time Siraj says hedge fund. Wow.
That's good.
We
got a new drinking. What are you drinking tonight? You actually drinking? You can tell that you drink piss water your whole life, and then you finally get a man drink. And
Knob Creek 9. Holy
Knob
shit.
Creek, that's pretty good.
Holy shit. Oh, none the wiser. This is just to thank all the Habibis for reaching out on Monday after my dad passed, and also to help start the fund to bail Siraj out of his unjust Gitmo incarceration. And none the wiser, very sorry to hear about your father. Did not realize that at all. First time hearing about it, but thinking about you and your dad and your entire family. Prayers out to you and your whole fam. Yeah, that's tough. Anyways, sorry for not being able to consume alcohol properly.
You'll learn one of these days. Well, hopefully you'll learn essentially
100%. Fuck you.
Tonight. Now, one of my favorite things about today.
Fuck me.
Oh shit!
Oh man!
I hope the Habibis have clipped.
Yeah. WR Finger says the street was whacked today and protected their buds today. Sorry you couldn't get more, Siraj. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, it's true. I mean, it's insane the reaction that we saw happening. Like all these Wall Street hedge fund people, they're just freaking the fuck out. I mean, they even got the Discord. I mean, Discord wants to say that they got the server down because of hate speech and all this kind of bullshit, but we know that that's not true.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's almost like they just spammed the whole thing with and almost tanked it. I think the suspicion was that they had a bunch of bots spam it.
Right, that's what I think happened. They had them spam it for hate speech.
Yeah. So stupid. Kate Hyde says, I heard Jay often enjoys hedge fudge.
Did your mom tell you? Did you talk to your mom after this weekend?
Are you asking Kate? You're asking me.
I'm asking Kate. I'm not asking you.
Oh, you saw.
God
damn it. You two sound like fucking Resistance Twitter. Amazing.
Yeah. It was definitely because of hate speech.
Yeah. I mean, we all know that it wasn't banned on Discord for quote unquote hate speech that they were warned against. It's all bullshit.
Absolutely.
Kate says, my mom did tell me, she says hi. So anyways, back to GameStop and how Reddit is taking on Wall Street. Initially, yesterday I thought to myself, upon learning more and more about this, is that people on Reddit really just wanted to see the hedge fund managers squirm. They really wanted to just get revenge on them. I don't know what for, but it's almost like a very unifying message. In fact, this is more unifying than any president could have possibly enacted in a time like this, because it really pits people who are part of middle class to lower working class together to sort of fuck over Wall Street and the people who more or less game the system. And when you see something like this happen, I mean, this isn't the first time something like an effort like this to drive up or inflate the price of a stock to only short sell it and make a killing has happened. I mean, it's almost the entire premise of the climax of Trading Places, if you ever watched that movie.
I have.
And basically, what we're seeing right now is the hedge fund managers are losing and the Redditors are winning. We don't know who's behind this effort. Of course, the SEC and the Biden administration are going to be looking into this. But since the market closed and we started airing this, the Reddit, the Wall Street Bets subreddit went private. And as you mentioned before, Jay, the Discord for Wall Street Bets got banned, or at least they shut it down. And I got into a stock market Discord, and they gained 33,000 members in just the span of a few, maybe 2 months. And these people are fucking pissed. This is like war for them.
Right.
So I don't know where this goes from here. What do you think is going to happen? Obviously, there's going to be a massive sell-off here for GameStop and a lot of these other stocks, is there not?
Oh yeah, for sure. And you're going to start seeing a lot of people try to get these things from happening ever again. You're going to see some banning happening. We're going to watch some people trying to get people deplatformed off of Discord, off of Reddit, off of Twitter, off of anything that they could to protect the big guys, the hedge funds and everything. There's only supposed to be one group of people that can game Wall Street, that can manipulate the markets, that can actually, play with it. They're pretending like they hold on to some secret while some incel gay lib over in Reddit is able to completely fuck with their game. Mm-hmm. And of course, GameStop is important to these people. It's like the Mecca to the Jews.
Mecca to the Jews?
Yeah, GameStop to incels is like Mecca to the Jews.
Mecca to the Jews?
It's an Ali G joke. Have you ever watched Ali G in the House?
You fucking confusing me there, buddy.
You've never watched Ali G in the House?
I've watched Ali G. I don't know if I remember that joke specifically, but there you go. WR Finger, thank you, WR. It says there was class warfare. It's just the little guys played by the fat cats rules and won. Exactly. Abe Eckstein says, say hi to Yashar.
Yashar.
Hi, Yashar.
I pronounce it Reddit.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That is right.
He says, sip it slowly, Siraj. Also wanted to wish my sis, Polio, a very happy birthday one day early. Happy birthday, Polio. Also, very special happy birthday shout out to my list turn, Ben Morrissey. Happy birthday to you. He's very helpful in terms of compiling the list. But I'm sorry, Ben, you're fired.
On his birthday.
Yeah. So, anyways, there is. Oh God, I need to pull up my rundown. I was trying to pull up the Discord server for Wall Street, the stock market on Wall Street. What is it here? It has 33,000 members right now, and everybody's fucking pissed on there.
Is it still
anyway,
up? It hasn't been taken down for hate speech yet.
Not yet. I still see a lot of people posting in there. But it was one very weird angle, and I noticed. Obviously, it was brought to my attention from some of the Habibis, and I meant to list it, but didn't get a chance to. Is that? Here we go. Let me share the screen, and I'll zoom in real quick. While I do that, we got some. Oh, where is it? Is this here? All right. We got, thank you, Habibi, for the $20. I think it was a sticker you probably sent. Appreciate you, Habibi. And Mr. Kento, thank you, says, I'm at gay in the NRA on Twitter. Knox, baby. Knox, you stonks. Thank you. Just proving that really all of our followers are gay. And
well, you are their leader.
Yes. So here's one of the weird things. Ali Breland, or Ali, I want to say Ali, from Mother Jones, says, I can report from the Telegram channels that the Nazis appear to be trading GameStop and AMC as well. And then he clarifies it. Please do not interpret this as me saying that the GameStop stock and Wall Street bet pumps are Nazi endeavors in the same way that Nazis gloaming onto vaporware does not make all vaporwave racist. And then he says, got that thick ratio. There was another, yes, Nathaniel Wexel responds to him saying, what is your sense of the overlap between the Wall Street bets people and the Nazis on Telegram elsewhere who stormed the Capitol? I mean, come on, guys. It's just... Really?
It's the intellectual thought of journalists everywhere that anything and everything that they don't understand, it has to be Nazis.
Yeah,
Nazis have to be doing it. Oh, they want to disrupt something? Oh, that's Nazis. Oh, that's Nazis. 100%.
It's like saying you're giving a tax cut to the lower class, and all of a sudden, someone reports, "Hey, Nazis are getting a tax cut," and only focusing on that. It's really bad. Anyways, Abe Eckstein. Oh, thank you, Abe. The Yashar match challenge. Thank you for that. Anthony Rivera. So step up your game, Yashar. Also prayers up for Faye and her surgery. That's right. She is.
Yes. She was going through surgery.
Prayers up for you, Faye. I think when you get a chance to watch this, I want you to know that we're all praying for you and all thinking of you tonight. Yeah. Anong says, "Got to jump off, but love you 3,000 Habibis."
Love you, Habibi.
Love you 3,000. That's a Avengers Endgame reference. God,
you got that one. You got that one.
Yeah, it's gonna bring tears to my eyes. Let me just try to take a little swig.
You can do it. You can do. I've been drinking my fucking thing like water. You can do it. You got it.
No, I couldn't. Jesus. All right.
You just got to open your throat a little bit more and then just let it slip right in.
Slide down there.
Just let it slide.
God, I'm such a fucking
virgin. That's what you are.
I was gonna say prude, but that works.
No, you're a gay incel live virgin.
But all right, so here's the thing that I really want to talk about, because I don't think I've had this much fun online in quite a while, especially something that was non-political such as this. And I want to bring up some of the memes that we saw from today, and we got some from even the Habibis. Let me put this banner down. So let's start off here with President Mitch's meme here with this Wall Street hedge funds and the meme stock arrow shooting right through into the guy's fucking face.
It's so good.
Then we got this tweet from Keith L. Nagy or Nagy. I just got off the phone with my stock guru. This is not good. Obviously speaking to Kelly Loeffler, who probably engaged in a lot of inside trading, particularly during the pandemic.
Man,
then we have here this Simpsons monkey fight where the two monkeys represent Wall Street freaks and Reddit freaks, and the people throwing money around them are the rose emoji Twitter, people who missed 2007 internet, gamers, and a vengeful Elon Musk. Then we have our own Habibi here with his side-by-side of a 4 years through graduate school, or 4 year, what was that, graduate school?
Yeah.
No, 4 years through graduation?
No,
What?
that's through grad school. 4
Grad
years
school,
through grad
okay.
school. 8 years
All right.
management, 2 years as an exec.
Yeah, 2 years as an exec, 8 years as in management versus haha stonks go burr. It's beautiful. And then this is the only good meme I produced today, saying from Mean Girls, get in loser, we're going to manipulate the stock market. Felt like that wasn't very original, but whatever. Then we have a few other memes. I think these are all from Reddit. Oh no, this is Midnight Mitch. You can see his tag right here. It says millennial traders coming up for dinner after a day of destroying hedge funds. Surprise, motherfather.
He's so good. I swear to God, Prison Bitch is so good with them.
So good. And then we have this one from Reddit where it's, I honestly can't tell whose arm is what because it looks like the arm here is this guy's arm. And I don't know who this dude, if he's like getting his arm injected.
It's every time you shoot up, you're shooting up Jesus. Jesus is there trying to help you.
So Jesus is getting a high two out of it. I get it.
Yes,
So
that's what the drawing was.
So it's the millennial stock traders injecting GameStop stock into their veins, and the Merrill Lynch advisors are feeling it.
Right.
And then we have this one. I think this is from either Dr. Richard Harambe or Mrs. Brassenstein. I think it was Mrs. Brassenstein. And you can obviously tell by the imagery here and how suggestive it is. How bad it is.
Are they playing Twister in the background?
What's that?
Were they playing Twister in the background?
I think so.
I think that was Twister.
Anyways, and my I think everyone's favorite one was this: the Robinhood traders with $600 stimmy checks. I love that they call it stimmy checks. And the hedge funds hiding underneath the desk. But the best response right now is how Wall Street subreddit is responding to all of this. They respond. Just read a New York Times article saying the SEC is reviewing the sub and what is going on. That's one of the reasons why they went private. Mm-hmm. And this is what they say. They say to the SEC, all right, our words, and the sub, go fuck yourself. Why don't you start investigating why companies can shut down trading so their hedge fund buddies don't lose money? But when people lose money, it's completely okay. Eat a dick. 93% upvoted. 126,000 upvotes. So gives you a sense of what's going on. A couple of comments here. Nick, thank you so much for the donation, a very nice donation of $69.69. Just sharing some game tendies. Here we go. Billy Finn, thank you for the donation. Soon may come the tendy man come. Soon may the tendy man come.
Soon may come the Tindy man come.
Soon it may come the Tendy man come. So that leaves us right now with possibly some heavy regulation on the horizon. Now that we have Democrats controlling the executive branch in both chambers of Congress, the House and Senate, there is bound to be some level of regulation that I can see the Biden administration and SEC pressing Congress to pass because you got to keep Wall Street happy. I mean, we got to remember here that President Biden is a corporatist. People might say he's a socialist. I know Jay, you might think he's a socialist. The guy cares most about his Wall Street buddies. that is probably the first thing on his mind. Of course, you might think he's after all like the social justice stuff, the racial equity, the climate change. No, he only really gives a fuck about his buddies on Wall Street.
Okay. I think it's like a twofold thing. Like on a lot of social issues and stuff like that, he's going to be very far left on a lot of things, and he's going to try his hardest to reassure his Wall Street buddies that they're still going to be able to make a buck. He's going to try to eat his cake and bake his cake and eat it too, or have his cake and eat it too?
Have his cake and eat it too.
Is that really the saying? Like have your cake and eat it?
Saying. You want to basically have it all.
Yeah, but you're going to have your cake and you'll still eat your cake later as well. Like it makes no sense. I have my cake. Of course, I'm going to fucking eat it. I have it. It's my cake.
If somebody steals it from the fridge, Jay? What are you going to do then? Huh?
Well, if they like ass-flavored cake, sure.
Wait, you're going to eat their cake?
No, my cake is ass-flavored.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to eat their cake.
No.
So whoever eats your cake, you're going to eat their cake?
I'll eat their mom's cake. That's how I get my revenge.
There we go.
But that's honestly where I think like he's going to try to wiggle his way through. But I think right now what we're seeing, especially in this first week of him being president, is that he is far more left than a lot of these fucking never Trumpers and Bulwark and all these fucks try to claim that he wasn't. They try to pretend like he was such a moderate in a lot of these things, but it's like one of those memes. Every other tweet you see Seth Mendel's like, oh shit, I am now sowing what I reaped or whatever. What does that mean? Like, oh, here comes the consequences of my actions.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Exactly. And we're seeing a lot of these people come to regret. I think the first week of the Biden presidency has seen so much voter remorse in comparison to when Trump first became president in the first week of Trump's presidency. It's fucking insane because the policies that he's implementing are going to hurt people in a long-term way. And that's where people are having their voter remorse versus when Trump became president, he would be a fucking dickhead. And that's where people would have their voter remorse.
Yeah. I think what's going to happen is that, I feel like if Trump was still president, he'd be completely fine with this happening. And not to say that he would I feel like he has more to gain by basically giving this like silent approval or not even saying anything at all and just letting it happen. Just being like, hey, that's the beauty of America. You can band together. If it's a legal thing, and just start fucking over the hedge fund managers, and that's
right.
That's great. Like every dog has its day.
Right.
If it turns out that there is wrongdoing, and you have people who say, for example, that were at all part of this, say if you have people who have financial ties already to GameStop or Nokia or AMC, Blockbuster or BlackBerry, of course, heads were going to fucking roll. Someone's going to go to jail.
For sure.
But do I think this is going to happen again in the future? Could be. I think they're going to be, they're probably going to go underground. I mean, let's be real. If we're going to find the true effectiveness of VPNs. Now, Jay, how is it that you're able to get on Twitter despite having an account banned 12 different times?
Secrets.
Okay. Putting that aside for a second, because I don't want to blow up your spot and get you banned again. But we're going to find the effectiveness, really, of how virtual private networks work. If the Redditors who banned altogether were using VPNs, which I'm assuming they did, to basically scramble their IP address and make it more difficult for the feds to find them, they would have to get a very good VPN in order to try to basically not cooperate with the feds.
Right.
There are a bunch of different VPNs. I know that probably the ones that operate overseas, like in Switzerland. I know Proton Mail has a VPN that I use, and their servers are based, I think, in Switzerland. But basically, you can use a VPN anywhere. I mean, having a VPN is good for like your own protection when using, say, like your cell phone through public Wi-Fi.
And you're out to do a riot or try to do an insurrection in the state capital.
Or yeah, when you're trying to do an insurrection or a riot, it's good to have a VPN, definitely. You know, when it comes to this particular issue, if they're able to track their IP addresses and make arrests based on their IP addresses, whether they use it, hopefully, if they use a VPN, and they end up getting caught, that shows you how secure that a VPN is. And I'm worried. I'm worried that that's probably going to be the next domino to fall, is that all the security that we were so-called promised, whether it was encryption-based software, whether it was a VPN, or something like as simple as like two-factor authentication, we're all going to be fucking screwed. So I don't trust anything. I don't trust.
It's going to happen. We're going to get screwed. I mean, if Democrats ask tech companies like Google or Twitter or any of these places to hand over all the information from their users and stuff like that, I don't think we're going to see a lot of resistance from it, especially when you see the excuse that they will use is for the protection of other people, especially with the insurrection, with what happened with Wall Street and stuff like that. That you'll see them claim that they're looking for white supremacists, and that's why they need all of their data. Yeah.
Abe Eckstein, thank you. Abe says, if VPNs don't work, you will both get deported, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Nick says that's code Ben, or use code Ben for 50% off your first months. I don't know what that means. K-Had says VPPN.
PP.
But hey, I want to. Kelly says Proton Mail is out of the Switzerland. Wait, out or whatever. Anyways,
Robert. The Switzerland server.
Oh, server. Robert Jefferson says this episode of Habibi Power is sponsored by NordVPN. I do want to say one thing that does give me hope, because if you remember after the San Bernardino terrorist attack in 2015, that Apple would not allow the FBI to access the cell phones of the terrorists because of basically what precedent that could set. Of course, these are horrible people that committed a horrific atrocity against dozens of people, killing close to like anywhere between 15 to 20 people. I can't fully remember the exact.
It was 15 people.
Yeah, horrific tragedy. Everything about that was horrible, but even there was like the ACLU, there were like civil libertarians. I think there were also people left of center who were saying don't crack or don't get into these phones, because if you do that, the feds can basically have a carte blanche to get into anybody's phones. And that's kind of what we might be seeing here, is how far are the tech companies willing to bend to the feds based on a bunch of Redditors fucking the money up. Because let's be real here, it's okay when the elite fuck the money up, but if it's the rest of us, if it's us plebes, us peasants, we're fucking the money up, that's a crime, and we all have to be punished for it.
I mean, because it's called being smart when you're a hedge funder and shorting stock to make companies go under. But if you are a Reddit user who's doing it, you're a Nazi white supremacist.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. You're trying to fund your Nazi white supremacist ways. And it's fucking disgusting. Stop it.
Speaking of Nazi white supremacists, did you see there was actually a report in The Guardian that Enrique, what's his name? The Proud Boys founder, or not founder, Proud Boys leader, Enrique Tarrio, was actually an FBI informant.
Oh no.
So this is interesting. I've heard chatter actually that the Proud Boys is actually an FBI sting operation. Obviously, this is chatter. This is not proven, but this is kind of. Let me throw the article up right now, and you guys can follow along. But basically, Enrique Tarrio, who was arrested ahead of the January 6th Capitol insurrection, was initially an FBI informant after being arrested in 2012, and he's denied that he actually worked with the feds, but apparently he's worked undercover and said he helped authorities, or he had. I don't think he had, but at least a federal prosecutor within the FBI said that his undercover work helped authorities prosecute more than a dozen people in various cases involving drugs, gambling, and human smuggling. Now,
human smuggling?
Huh?
Human smuggling? Is that what they say? Human smuggling?
Human smuggling.
What the fuck were the Proud Boys into?
Well, I don't know if this was Proud Boys.
That doesn't sound like it would have been about the.
I think this is actually probably happened prior to it, but once you become an FBI informant, that doesn't really go away.
Right.
So
I know my
very
cousin.
good chance that you know how there were after 9/11 there were a bunch of like entrapment schemes targeting radical Islamist terrorists.
Yes.
That's almost exactly what's happening here, is that the FBI set up sting operations within a bunch of these Proud Boy, or at least some of these far-right white supremacist, militant extremist groups to try to entrap them in the midst of trying to get, like if they're going to commit crimes, you got all the evidence in front of you. You had, you're wearing a wire, you have like body cameras or what have you. And you basically build a case that way. I'm sorry?
Once a snitch, always a snitch.
Yeah. So
it is. Once a snitch, always a snitch.
This completely undermines, if people wanted to believe in, obviously the Proud Boys, I don't know how many members are in Proud Boys, but it kind of like fuels the rumors that, it kind of feels like the truth behind the rumors that maybe the Proud Boys actually were an FBI stinging operation the entire time. So I know it's kind of beating off, off the beaten path and somewhat of a tangent, but I thought that was at least interesting.
No, it is. It'd be a pretty cool plot twist to it all. It really would be.
It is. Josh Goldsmith says Ern leads the Proud Pups. Oh my God! Well, he is Hispanic, so it makes sense. Let's see. Forrester Mike says, Siraj and Jay, do you guys support abolishing the intelligence agencies? Look, I think there have been a lot of benefits and a lot of drawbacks to having intelligence agencies. I think the original intent to try to prevent attacks, both foreign and domestic, they serve a purpose, but oftentimes people get drunk with power, and you see things like what we saw over the last 20 years, from rendition of terror suspects to even something as simple as not simple, but something as what seems to be mundane as spying on the Trump campaign, on a political campaign. I mean, these are all things that are problematic, and if anybody spied on if any intelligence agency spied on the Biden campaign or spied on the Obama campaign, I would think I would say I would be a pretty big believer in thinking that liberals would call for
heads, for fucking heads.
Yeah, they call for heads. They would want these intelligence agencies to be held accountable, and they would want people to be fired.
Resignations on the Nixon level, like that. That's what is fucking amazing to me. Like, it's so mind-boggling to me that we actually had this happen, and nobody gave a shit about it.
Yeah, and
Literally nobody cared.
Yeah, and then you have the warrantless spying on Americans, Snowden leaks. Not Steve says abolish warrantless spying on Americans. So you have, I mean, the thing is, it's not like the FISA warrants were warrantless. It's the fact that the judges on there basically didn't go through didn't use or exercise more prejudice in approving those wiretaps on, say, Carter Page, George Papadopoulos. And what ended up happening is that these particular individuals became targets, but they were almost UIs. They were like useful idiots. So
Yeah.
there's not really much that they really got out of them, yet their lives are basically ruined because they're simply targets of intelligence, or at least people of interest. So, anyways, getting back to the show.
Also, like Not Steve was talking about the no-fly list as well. That's also a good example.
That's true too. And then obviously with the Snowden leaks, that's like the bulk collection of metadata from cell phone companies like Verizon. And even if they weren't listening to it, just the fact that they had it is problematic. So it's just, every president, it seems, uses intelligence for different reasons to spy on its own people. But I would say that when it comes to, I feel like every president, I wouldn't even say the president sort of leads this. Of course, the buck stops with them. But ultimately, I think you have a bunch of unelected bureaucrats who will do whatever they want to do and sort of, I guess the best word I would say is like act like there aren't no consequences, or what is that?
Yeah, I mean, they would act like we see it happening time and time again with a lot of these unelected bureaucrats that we have in office, that we have in offices of really high regard, and the fact that they even hold these positions is problematic with itself as well. Like, there needs to be, when it comes to intelligence agencies, I think there needs to be a whole lot of restrictions because they want to pretend like it's for your safety in some way or another, that you don't have privacy or they can trump over your rights if you are if you're a suspect enough.
Yeah. No comment. Jay, you want to read this one?
Is Jay going to try and say George Papadopoulos? Effortless. Fucking effortless.
Very good.
Right off the tongue. Like it was a fucking native, like I speak Greek.
Yeah.
George Papadopoulos.
Robert Jefferson says, extremely difficult to proactively prevent government abuse. Like a hammer in the toolbox, you need intel tools. Evil people will find ways to abuse anything. But freedom is inherently reactive and should be. It's very true. I encourage every Habibi to go and read the book Legacy of Ashes by Tim Weiner. It's a very good book about the history of the CIA. It's actually based on declassified documents dating back to when it was first formed after I believe the OSS, after World War II. And it was actually just called I believe the Center for Intelligence before it was called the CIA. Actually, I don't think it was called the CIA until actually, I want to say fairly recently. Not fairly recently, like within the last 30 years.
I feel like it's a 60s thing because like all of these like intelligence agencies and stuff like that, especially after they murdered JFK, have really came into their own. So like I think the CIA is like they got that A after they killed JFK.
Wait, what? You think the CIA killed JFK?
What?
You said that you think the CIA killed JFK?
Of course. You don't?
Where are you getting this from?
What do you mean? Where am I getting this from?
What? You think the CIA assassinated President John F. Kennedy?
Yes, I have watched my fair share of YouTube videos over the years.
Wait, hold on. How am I just finding this out? You really think that the CIA killed John F. Kennedy?
Bro, they didn't win the A in CIA until after they killed JFK.
No, I need. Are you being legit serious right now? You're not bullshitting me right now.
Bro, of course I'm bullshitting.
Wait, what? Are you? No. Wait, Jay. All right, Jay. You need to. I know you're fucking with me, but at the same time, I know you're doubly fucking with me right now.
Bro,
who killed JFK?
Oswald.
Huh?
Oswald.
Lee Harvey Oswald. Do you
Yes.
think he was? Do you think he actually was working for the Soviet Union?
No, he was working for Israel.
Wait. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shit.
That's Shivan says Ted Cruz's father. Oh, where did it go? There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Ted Cruz's father.
Ted Cruz's fault.
Tolly says that there was the assy knoll instead of the grassy knoll.
The assy knoll.
I mean, the thing is, this is Nick says good last episode of this show, guys. We're getting shut down.
Thanks, Nate.
Oh my god. Josh says Patton Oswalt killed JFK. Man.
Oh my God.
That's good. That's good stuff. Yeah, what's funny is that despite all the conspiracy theories that surround JFK's death, I sort of talked about this. I want to say, oh no, so last night I actually gave a talk to the Columbia University College Republicans, and I remember mentioning how, particularly about the JFK assassination, because a lot of the focus was on how could someone have such a huge impact, or such a nobody could have such an huge impact on changing the course of history. Mm-hmm. And I referenced obviously the JFK assassination, and people still talk about it to this day because it's almost more comforting for people to have, or to think that there's a greater force or a more malicious entity or ominous presence that is that's the puppet master that's constantly moving things around, and that's more comforting to them than just thinking one particular person has the power to literally shoot and kill the president and just basically change the president.
Right.
Just like Gavrilo Princip triggering the events of World War I by assassinating Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Those are the types of things that really get you to think there has to be a larger conspiracy at play here. And
it's more entertaining.
Things I feel like people nowadays tend to fall back on these conspiracies, for example, QAnon, or Russia being colluding with the Trump campaign, because it is more comforting for them to believe that there are bigger forces at play here, and that it's not simply dumb luck, because if there's just chaos in the system, it doesn't really give life meaning. There's no good versus evil battle. It's just everything is just like an episode of Veep. Everything's stupid and that's it.
Just stupid dumb luck.
Yeah.
sometimes that's just all that it is. I
Yeah.
mean, but I mean, growing up overseas, and in my household, like conspiracy theories were the thing. It was the prevalent thing, no matter what happened. I mean, it would rain, and it was because of the Jews. It would fucking like that's how deep we would get with a lot of conspiracy theories. And I remember when YouTube first came on, I started getting, clips from my uncles and stuff on like how how the queen, the royal family and Queen Elizabeth are actually lizard people, and we are being controlled by a what's it called? It's like a council of aliens.
Hell yeah.
That are observing us and actually controlling us. It's just the most amazing fucking outlandish things that you're going to hear. I mean, till this day, people still believe that the earth is flat and not actually hollowed out.
Yeah, no, it's wild. Mr. Kenzo, thank you for the donation. Says the forces of evil shutting down the good people on the internet didn't gather force until after Gary Coleman died. Gary Coleman, the actor, what you talking about, Willis? That guy. Robert Jeffers says the Habibi.
Is that honestly what he's talking about?
I don't know. I don't.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Robert Jeffers, thank you, Robert. Says the Habibi Bros experience. When the booze is so strong, you dive deep into the JFK conspiracies.
I'm almost done with my Angel's Envy bottle. I had about.
I'm babysitting this shit.
You're just at what? Is that your first glass?
Yeah, it's my first glass.
Bro, essentially
100%.
100%. You a bitch.
Thank you.
It's all good, bro. It takes a little time. It just takes a little
time. Kenzo follows up saying it was Gary Coleman, then Michael Jackson. Then now you can no longer live free as a Gary furry homo tranny on the internet and not be chased and reported by fucking morons. It's true. Nate BB comes through here. Siraj, once this pandemic is over and I travel to DC for a BBCon, I will need to show you how to drink whiskey like a non-amateur. You live.
Hell yeah. You fucking tell him, Nate BB. You fucking tell him.
Kate says Siraj just needs to splash some dice.
Is that because he's brown, Kate? That's kind of racist.
No, it's because there was one episode I was drinking Sunkist. And,
yeah, that's right.
Diet Sunkist got me a lot for that.
God
Forrester
damn.
Mike says, Siraj, I want you to know that I am Forrester. My name is Mike. Forrester is not my name. I don't give a fuck. I'm calling you Forrester. Janice says Siraj looks like me drinking whiskey. LMAO. Yeah.
I bet you still can drink whiskey like more of a man.
I usually, what I usually do differently is I put ice in it. I don't usually drink it neat. So I water it down a little bit, which gives Janak Legion the right to call me Siraj is truly a gay incel lib.
That's essentially 100% true.
Fuck. Okay, I got this. I got it.
You got this. Yeah. So you just open it up. Let it just smooth.
Let it roll down there.
Just roll it down.
Okay. Getting back on track.
Yes.
I feel like I should get Ernie, but
it is. It is kind of earn time.
It is earn time. So let's go ahead and get Ernie.
Go get Ernie. I'll read some of the questions.
We don't have that much to cover. We really wanted to talk about Biden's first week, the changes in Washington, and then open it up to questions. We really only wanted to tackle 3 different things. In fact, I think this is the right approach, because if we talk about too many different things, we really don't know what the fuck we're talking about. So
no, we deep dive into fucking conspiracies and shit.
Yeah, I know. So let's go ahead and get the President Ern. He is on.
Go for it.
You're right.
I'll answer some of your guys' questions. I still don't have control over this thing because we're boomers and we don't know how to do that. Earnity. That's what I like. Earnity. That's good. Honestly, Kate, that's a good question. We need to we try to have a track and a list of things that we need to go into and hit, but we always seem to miss our mark and then fly off course into a couple of towers. Oh, Forrester, absolutely. I actually, my technique on ass eating, you can ask your mom, it is off of JFK. Earn to the moon.
Earn to the moon. Here he is.
No, my background is not actually hentai. What it is actually one of the greatest animes to ever exist, and it's actually a sport where people fight each other with their butts. That's what it is. It's actually it's not a hentai. It's just a
Which one is
really
this?
good anime.
Who are you referencing?
My background. Danielle was asking if my background was hentai.
Very nice. Earn to the moon. Let's see here. All right, good. You guys can see Earn. Okay, so moving back onto the show. All right, so President Biden's first week. I mean, President Earn. This is the only real president we recognize. But we have to cover this president right now, who I'm sure many of the Habibis are not fans of, but honestly, I think that we're not fans of him simply because he's boring as fuck. But that's just me, right?
It's more to be that he is he's
like, he doesn't strike me as like evil.
I mean, when you look at some of the policies he's putting through and how they're so nonchalant about making sure they're putting a lot of people out of work, it's still kind of evil to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess, but like maybe it's just me because I don't view. I understand that politicians are just people like us, and they are corruptible. So I think they're flawed, but I don't know. I think Biden's policies are bad, but I don't think he himself. I don't know. I mean, based on if you want to like take every accusation that's been made against him as fact, especially with the Tara Reid accusations, you can probably say that he is an evil person.
I am 100% essentially going to take every single accusation against that rapist motherfucker as fact.
Yeah. Well, the media does a very good job of basically painting him to still be to look like a good guy because.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard for them to do anything else with his dick so far down their fucking throats. That's
a fair point too. So, anyways, focusing a little bit on his policies because we got a number of things going on. First of all, President Biden is trying to get a $1.9 trillion COVID relief package, but he's reaching a lot of hurdles. For one, the Senate is about to impeach the former president Donald Trump, and they couldn't really. Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, and Mitch McConnell, the Minority Leader, are trying to reach a Senate power sharing agreement, and McConnell basically demanded a written agreement saying that Schumer would not abolish the Senate filibuster. What ended up happening was that McConnell withdrew his demand after getting public commitments from both Democratic Senators Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, saying that they wouldn't actually vote to abolish the filibuster. So for those who are not familiar with the filibuster, it is basically reducing the threshold of legislation to be passed, in particular, from 60 votes to 51 votes, a simple majority. So now Congress has to work on a more bipartisan basis. Of course, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is looking to use reconciliation as a way to get a simple majority passed on things like $15 minimum wage, COVID relief, making Washington, D.C. the 51st state, things like that. And so right now it sounds like Democrats have all this political capital, but it really doesn't feel like they have a lot because Washington is so divided. But they have at least been able to confirm a number of Biden's nominees. They got Antony Blinken confirmed to the Secretary of State, got Lloyd Austin to be confirmed as Secretary of Defense, and Janet Yellen to be confirmed as Secretary of Treasury. I don't know what to make of those picks right away, but there has been talk of a number of different aspects. You have like the climate change plan.
Right.
And I think AOC actually noted that it sounds a lot like her plan, does it not, Jay?
Oh, yeah, it does. I mean, a lot of these people that he put in, like especially this Janet Yellen for Treasury, a lot of this equity talk coming into play, how they want to make sure that everything that is going through economic means has characteristics of equity, climate, like all this fucking garbage talk. She even went to so far to say like the economy is not it's not only what you learn on textbooks, but it's also on how to provide justice or some stupid bullshit fucking socialist commie talk that you hear these Marxist garbage people talk about. And knowing that these are the people that are in charge of these things, it's really it's not reassuring. It really isn't. I feel like a lot of people, especially people like me here in places like California and stuff, are going to get really fucking ass raped, like hard, very, very hard, over shit that has nothing to do with us. We already see how garbage these policies go in terms of just stealing your money and not making anything better. And we're about to see it on a fucking whole federal level. And hopefully a lot of the states will be able to push back on a lot of the garbage that's going to be coming out of this ad.
So a number of things have happened already since Biden has been sworn in. Already he's canceled the Keystone XL pipeline. He's also banned fracking, despite the fact that he and Kamala Harris promised throughout the general election campaign that they were not going to ban fracking. Now, they're very like careful about this language, just saying they're not going to cancel existing fracking. They're going to just cancel new fracking.
Right.
Restricting it.
But the thing is that it's still banned. They say we're not going to ban fracking, period. Yeah. We're not banning fracking, period. And then you have pieces of shit like Glenn over in the Washington Post, who's supposed to be a fact checker for the Washington Post.
Kessler, right?
Whatever the fuck he's a dick sucker. That's his name. Glenn Dick Sucker. He's supposed to be an unbiased fact checker. And then when Red Steezy put him on blast, like Red Steezy completely fucking owned this person. And only because he really owned himself over and over again. Like you had random fucking Twitter people fact checking this piece of garbage. This absolute piece of fucking shit. And when he was trying to talk about how like they weren't really going after fact checking the press secretaries and blah 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 blah. This guy is just like journalism as a whole. What I think of journalism in the journalism industry is that it's filled with propaganda agents that are here for political reasons. And he is a propaganda plant for the Democratic Party, like the Biden admin. He's not going to fact check them. They blatantly said that they're going to ban fracking. He called it a headline when it's a direct fucking quote. Yeah. Like they just
it's fucking wild.
Put themselves into this corner and get the shit kicked out of them. And then they come out smiling. Oh, I showed you. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's so hilarious how completely garbage these people are. It's fucking mind-blowing to me. And then you have fucking Brian Stelter saying how refreshing.
Yeah.
Dude, she's not going to put a strap-on on and fucking fuck you up the ass. She's not going to do it. She won't do it. No matter how much of a little bitch clown you are, she's not going to do it. It's not going to happen.
This is not gonna have it. No Cal Matt says Red Steezy. Damon Toll says Red Yeezy. Beat Janice is Red Yeezys by like 2 seconds. Kate says Glenn Kessler's a dick sucker. Fact check true. Let's see. Ben actually had a good comment. I'm looking for it. Where is it? God damn it, Ben. This is why I need to fire you, is I can't find the right comment.
I know this isn't about him, but still.
No, it's something else. But
Daniel Dole has the most punchable face.
Yeah, something
that
like
is
that. Anyways, Mr. Kenzo, thank you again. It says Biden is a proto-neoliberal that will try to keep neoliberalism alive, the equivalency of neoconservatism, while throwing bones to the Prague mob, the progressive mob. Defense contractors will not be ruined by Biden people. That is true. I do want to point out how interesting it is that on Biden's first day and as president, he issued an executive order that there must be that everyone on federal property must wear a mask. And literally hours after signing that executive order, Joe Biden was seen at the Lincoln Memorial not wearing a mask. And
Joe Biden and his family.
And when White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says, basically when she was asked about why he wasn't wearing a mask, she said that it was because he was celebrating an evening of a historic day in our country. So there you go, Habibis. As long as you're celebrating, could be for anything. I'm celebrating Ernie right now. I'm not going to wear a fucking mask on federal property.
And I'm celebrating my night with Fuzzy's mom last night.
Yeah.
And tonight, actually.
Oh, well, let's celebrate it. Make sure you don't.
She's going to be wearing a mask on the front end while I'm wearing her back end as my mask.
Yeah. And also, there's also talk about like wearing double masks and triple masks. Like
that's the funniest thing ever.
Guys, like this is just like people got too much time on their hands.
From the same guy, Fauci, who said wearing no masks all the way to.
And this motherfucker lied about like how many vaccinations needed to be had that would achieve herd immunity. It's just too much. But focusing a little bit more on Biden's foreign policy, I actually had a video I wanted to import into what's it called? Into StreamYard, but I didn't have a chance. So let me go ahead and try to find it on Twitter, and I'll at least show you what the exchange was. But basically, Biden was at sort of a, we'll use Aaron Rupar as a source on this. Just give me a moment while I zoom in here and share the screen. Let's go ahead.
You can tell I'm getting a little tipsy because I start swiveling my chair.
Swiveling. So this is the tweet. This is the exchange, and I can't play audio here because this is all on Twitter. But Peter Doocy of Fox News asked President Biden, "Mr. President, what did you talk to Vladimir Putin about?" President Biden says, he sends his best. Okay, it seems like a very harmless statement. Now, if President Trump said that shit,
oh my God!
Imagine the fucking value that would get. Peter Doocy would already have a book deal in the works talking about how he was violated by the president.
Aaron Rupar would be like literally shaking.
And it's sort of crazy how this is just being dismissed because it is a perfectly legitimate question. What did Biden talk to Putin about?
But now just taking the readouts for their word is the way to go. Thanks, journalists. Thank you so much for showing us that you were completely fucking faking it this whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever the White House released the transcripts or in the Trump admin, they're like, "Oh, we don't believe this. We have to read more." Now they're like, "Oh, we take everything they say to the word." That's the same thing that Glenn said. He's like, "We just assume that Biden's always speaking the truth." Well, yeah. I mean, when you are licking his balls, you'd like to think that he's giving you sweet truth while he's speaking to you as well.
Yeah.
What complete fucking bullshit.
Yeah. But in any event, the Washington Post tried to write sort of a follow-up, and this is the headline. I'll just show it to you guys. It says, in first call with Putin, Biden marks a return to skepticism from the top. And the first thing I notice is not even anything about this article, but this ad right next to the headline that has a giant 69 cent.
Such a nice price for right there. Holy shit.
That is I don't know why that's the first thing I noticed, but that's nice. I feel like I got back to that.
They are hearing you. They are listening to you.
Yeah, too good. In any event, I mean, this type of headline, and I haven't actually read the article, but if I went through it, it just looks like they're trying to make Biden sound really tough on Russia, like much tougher than President Trump ever was. And, you know, the United States, they joined the European nations and others in condemning the detention of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, and after a crackdown on street protests. But I really feel like the Biden administration just isn't well positioned. Okay, there's just a weekend. I'm giving them a chance. But based on how they've approached foreign policy in the past, it does not seem like they are well positioned to really address really anything that's happening overseas, whether it's in Russia, whether it's in China. I mean, for fuck's sake, they're talking about re-looking at the proclamation by former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo calling the detention of Uyghur Muslims as a genocide. They're looking at the word genocide, seeing if that is actually a genocide. That's fucking crazy.
It's amazing, and it's already going to show you what they're here to do. They're going to fuck a lot of foreign policy up. Yeah, Trump was like a very bad at making statements against Putin or China or stuff like that. But the policies that they were running through, a lot did not really, correlate with his public statements and stuff like that. That's for sure. But right now, what we're going to see is Biden pretend to be strong against like these evil people, while we're going to see policy be the complete opposite of what he's saying. And the journals are going to eat that shit up, just like they did with Cuomo. Just because Cuomo came in and sounded assertive, like he's winning against fucking COVID, and he was answering questions, they all sucked his dick. They're going to do the same thing with Biden. Biden's going to come out and say, Putin, you stop this. And they're going to be like, oh, look at this badass. Oh, he's so good. While they do jack shit behind the door. That's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah.
I mean, there's also like, I've seen reports about, how the Biden administration is looking at the status of the Abraham Accords, the peace agreements that President Trump brokered between Israel and a number of different Muslim majority countries. Obviously, one of them being the United Arab Emirates, where you used to live, Jay, as well as, was it with Jordan? No, not Jordan.
Bahrain.
Oh, yeah, Bahrain.
It's Bahrain, Morocco,
and Serbia.
And Sudan.
And Sudan? Really?
Sudan,
I forgot about that.
Sudan came and signed it as well. And they're going to do this to appease Iran. Yeah. They are so dick hard to try and appease Iran that they're going to fuck over our allies to do it. They really are. And we're going to see this happening. There's no time in my life did I ever think that an Israeli could go visa-free to fucking the UAE and back. And the same thing with Emiratis, to go to the UAE and then to go back. Fuck, I mean, me as an American, if I went and they saw any kind of evidence that I was in Israel, I would have been able to go back to the UAE. Yeah. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And they're going to fuck all over. They really are. These people are just complete garbage. They're shit.
But I'm also seeing that, I mean, there's possible. I mean, one thing that does give me pause and hope is that I'm hearing that there are a lot of other nations in the Middle East that are sort of lining up to sort of sign on to these Abraham Accords with Israel. And I feel like it's almost an effort to make the Biden administration look good. So, look, peace is peace, and I don't care who gets the credit for it.
Neither do I.
I'm sorry?
I said neither do I. As long as there's peace and a lot more peace and a lot more pressure on places like the fucking PA and Hamas and Iran, I'm all for it. I will praise the fuck out of Biden. I will tell Stelter to step aside, and I will lick his dick if he's able to continue this sort of trajectory of peace within the Middle East.
Oh my god!
I'm not even playing. Like, it's even better for everyone else.
You're looking again at this case?
Biden's. Can you imagine if you have all of these countries coming together all at once, all over my face? I mean, coming together all at once to sign onto a lot more onto these accords more. You will see a huge change, and you will also see a change within the PA and within Palestine as well, and within the Palestinian people, for sure. I mean, the more we're able to educate the Arab world, and especially places like Palestine, the better it is for the people themselves, and educate them with the truth that Israel killed JFK. I mean, no, I'm just playing.
Anong is back. He says, Jay's new name, you lick my dick.
I'm writing this down for the never time I get fucking banned with the other one.
That is gonna be going on out of context, Jay, right there. When the Kimmy says so refreshing. Kenzo says Discord having problems. Wall Street bets revenge. It's possible.
Is it really?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let's go find out.
Let's sign in. And Habibis, if you're not on the Discord, get on it. I had a tweet with the Discord with an open invitation with the Discord, and like the boomer I am, instead of pinning the tweet, I deleted the tweet. So I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben, it's your birthday, Ben? Happy
it's Ben's birthday.
Happy birthday. I didn't even know. No wonder why you want to fire him.
Beginning of the episode.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I'm so far into it right now that I completely forgot.
Amazing. Abe Eckstein, thank you, Abe. The problem is that they're embarrassed that Trump did better than them, and we'll just double down on the old ways of thinking. That's probably true. Yeah. No, it's Ben's birthday. Fucking asshole.
I am so sorry.
Since we're approaching the end of the episode, I want to switch over to Ask Us Anything. So, Habibis, if you have questions, just go ahead and ask. Mike says, Forrester says, Jay, where were you?
Where was I? I got lost. I got lost in your mom's ass, Forrester.
Yeah.
That's what happened. It happens from time to time.
It does. Kate says, oh my God, we all screamed happy birthday to Ben with Jay sitting right there. I'm crying.
Did you guys really do that?
Yeah, they screamed it. You didn't hear that?
I did not know that you all actually. Wow.
Okay, Matt says Jay's faded, which is probably true.
A little, just a bit.
Yeah. Damon says Jay doesn't pay attention to the show even when he's on it, which is all the time.
That's not true.
Yeah. Garage is Naomi single, asking for Habibi. I don't know. She's a colleague. Are we talking about my colleague at the Examiner, Naomi Lim? She might be. I have no idea. all I can say is never stop shooting, Habibis. Never stop shooting. Jay is in a very stable relationship, and this motherfucker goes on Twitter and just says suck to whoever.
It was the person's birthday, so I'm just trying to make her feel a little special.
Yeah, make her feel good.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Kate says Jay is like, wow, GameStop stock is up. No way. Abe asks, why does Siraj not wear a hijab? Because
he has beautiful hair, that's why.
Huh?
He says because you have beautiful hair, that's why. That's true, you do.
Thank you, Habib. Dan from last night. What's up, Dan? Says, I'm running for Congress next year. Not kidding. Gonna primary this bump for my state. See you in DC, Siraj? Absolutely. If you win that fucking primary, let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Just let them know that you want to implement Sharia. That's a sure winning message.
That's the number one thing you have to say.
Number one thing. Shivan asks, who's Jay's least favorite person at CNN?
Least favorite? My least favorite. Well, like in order, it has to be Brian Stelter, then Jake Tapper, and then Oliver Darcy. Those are the three worst people at CNN. And then, of course, you have your Don Lemons and Chris Kiomos and all that, but they're all the same fucking pile of shit that they're all the same.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else we got. What are you doing for episode 69 of Hashing It Out? So here's actually the thing that we're thinking of. We really want to have episode 69 happen on June 9th of this year, which is technically Ernie. Sorry, I was trying to catch him with my elbow and he just started flipping.
It would be hilarious if you started just like juggling him over.
So we want to do it on Wednesday, June 9th, 6/9. So we'll get that done, inshallah.
Inshallah.
You okay? Let's see. Toddley says, can we qualify them with Lou Dobbs or Janine Pirro, or do we all just agree that they aren't serious and we shouldn't compare them to anyone on CNN? Jay?
Yeah, no, we could. I mean, Lou Dobbs and Janine Pirro, but Janine Pirro is not a journalist, or nor do they pretend that she is one. Lou Dobbs, on the other hand, is a piece of garbage, and I think they don't put him in the opinion section of Fox. I think they actually showcase him as a journalist, and that is a huge. He's in the same. Lou Dobbs, Don Lemon, Chris Kielmo. These pretend journalists, or like they like to label them as journalists. That's not what they are. They're fucking shit. And then when you have Janine Pirro and fucking Maddow and Hannity and those people, those things are also another fucking, they're just cancer. They're fucking cancer. They're cable news cancer. And they're here just to divide more and more people and spread as many lies as they can and half-truths. And I think that they should all burn in fucking hell.
LB says, holy shit, that was our first assassination attempt of our president.
Oh, shit.
Ernie likes to squirm a lot, especially in my arms. So this is, I tried to assassinate him. let's just call it like that. Okay, Ernie, you want to get down? All right. Let's see what else we got. Robert Jeffers says, get your hands off my president. Hands are currently off. Rachel Kaplan says, poor Ern.
Seriously, the things that he has to deal with.
No Cal Matt says Ern needs nap. Josh Goldsmith says, where are earned Secret Service agents? I'm technically in Gitmo, so. And he also just left a bunch of fur on my black shirt, which you guys can't really see it. David says Jay is busy tweeting Naomi Lim. Jay. She is Australian, but she is, I think, of the Asian variety. So,
I mean, her last name is Lim.
So,
I mean, I'm not. It's not like I'm getting on Twitter right now. And just what is her at?
It's, I think, Naomi T. Lim.
I think that worked.
Idea. LB said Jay should be waterboarded in episode 69.
If you want to showcase the tweet I just did.
What is it, Ern?
Oh.
You want to go up? Look at this guy. What do you want to do, bud? Huh? You want to go up?
Anthony. JJ, welcome, sir. The T stands
What is it? What is that?
No, I said you should see my last tweet.
JJ BB says Ern has AMC stock. Wow, rich boy. He also says it took my Build-A-Bear to a movie at AMC. Hell yeah. Kate says, whoa, what is that? You want to go upstairs? Naomi T. Lim. The T stands for talk to me, Jay. Okay, let's go.
I mean, we'll find out sooner or later, right? Gotta shoot your shit, Anthony. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. It's probably not.
Sorry, Habibis. He is a demanding boy. Let's see what else we got.
Oh, Danielle, you have no fucking idea.
Yeah, Jay, your girlfriend must be a freaking saint, says Danielle. Janet says Ern wears the pants in a relationship. That's essentially
100%
true. Matt White says real shooters shoot 69%.
That's for sure. But to be honest, like I miss a lot of my shots. So
could you guys actually hear Ernie bark? Jay?
Bark? No, I couldn't.
Really? Did anyone hear Ern bark?
I didn't hear him.
Really? Because he right before. Oh, okay. Habibi say yes. They heard him bark. So Jay, you're just drunk.
I really wasn't able to hear anything. Well, I am really drunk. That is true. I'm not really drunk, but I'm there.
That's okay. I know you probably are so drunk you can't hear anything. But that was Ernie barking for me to let him out and bring him upstairs. Anyways.
I miss my doggos. I need to go see them. I need to go see Diesel and Odin.
Yeah. Well, Habibis, is there anything else you'd like to ask us before we hop off the stream?
I'm not
if Ern barks, but the Habibis don't hear it. Did it really happen at all? Good question.
Well, that's a good question.
Danielle, she says he missed the birthday celebration. Why would B expect him to hear barking? Someone needs to clip together every time Siraj takes a sip. I might have to do that myself. Although, since Bubba is on Twitter, I don't know if it could ever exist on there. And I guess that's just something that we'll play for future shows. It's actually kind of funny because Bubba thinks, I don't know if what Bubba thinks about me if he realizes that I'm like a horrible Muslim.
Oh God. Does he know you drink or anything?
No.
Oh, he doesn't know you drink.
No, he doesn't.
See, my dad, he knows, but he doesn't really know. He likes to be the like oblivious. Like if he doesn't know, then there's no haram happening. So he doesn't know. He doesn't know anything that's going on.
That's what I think about. That's what I think my dad thinks. So
Yes, Dan from last night. I will be your communications director. If you run for office, I will be your communications. I will deal with all the press conferences. The press will be my bitch.
meaning me.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
All interviews will only go through Siraj.
Yeah. Alvi says, I'm so glad you mentioned that. God forbid we tweeted it. I don't know if that sounds like a threat, but it sounds like a threat. So, oh, whoa. Oh, dude's down bad over here. Look at this. Fuzzy Dunlop comes in here, says, does Kate Hyde like Fuzzy? Yes, no, maybe.
Well,
hold on. Get ready for it. The response. Does Kate Hyde like Fuzzy? Yes, no, maybe. Oh, Kate Hyde loves Fuzzy. Amazing.
Fuzzy. Oh, there you go.
I thought it was a dude's down bad moment right there. So close. LB says, "Oh my God, that was not a threat. I swear. I know you're trying to just mess with me, horny bonk. Shoot or shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot or shoot.
You never know. I mean, if you make it, you make it.
You make it. Yeah, you make it. So Habibis, before we go, a couple of I don't know if you all saw a couple of things that we got going on. HabibiBros.us. You check it out. We actually, what is our new promo?
Our new promo is
This is it. I have it scrolling at the bottom.
Isn't it? Is my
exactly
president
what we got?
let me check. I am sorry. You should have it here. Yeah, my president 69.
Yeah, so it's at the bottom. So Habibis, if you use My President 69 on our website at checkout, you get 10% off your purchase. Obviously, Valentine's Day is coming up. We have merch for both our 45th President of the United States, and also we got merch for the urn. This is it. That beautiful, beautiful mug that says, I love you.
I love you. It's so good. I had to get that shirt for Pam. It's so good. So
there's still time to go get it. HabibiBros.us, promo code MyPresident69. Also, one last thing for the Habibis who haven't checked out the Patreon. If you sign up for my Patreon before the end of January, which is coming up, you will get a personalized postcard of the urn, and it'll have a special note from the urn himself. So go ahead and check out the Patreon. I think it's Patreon. Well, do I have it up here?
Oh, Alex. Alex is watching.
What?
Because this Naomi Lim thing, I tweeted out to her sup, and then I said, like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't make. So Alex posted the meme right under me saying sup.
No.
Naomi Lim. Yeah.
No, you didn't do that, did you?
Yes, I did, bro. Of course I did.
Oh my God.
I told you to check it.
I can't believe this. Let's go find it. No. Oh my God.
It's too good.
That's beautiful. I'm just gonna tell her to block you, dude.
Yeah, just save everything. Just tell her to block me. That's fine.
So
I see how you're a cock blocker. That's all.
Anthony asked, with the Patreon, does that apply to people already subscribed? This is a promo specifically for the people who subscribed in January. However, I can make an exception. So if you want a personalized postcard of Ernie, I'll go ahead and send it to you anyways if you subscribe. If you already are subscribing. Of course, not everyone knows about the promo, so I'm just telling it to you guys right now. This is obviously where the list is. I have the list running log and all that good shit. Where is it? Public page. Yeah, let's look at the public page. And you basically can get every see, this is the membership level. And I don't know if you guys could see here. You zoom in.
6.9. Nice.
You pay $6.90 per month. It's very nice. Actually, if you pay for 12 months, I think because there's you save 16%, it actually comes up to like $69 per year. So that's just kind of how it is. But
$69.
You know, Jay and I have plans to try to grow the show. So if you want to support us and not just support me, then stay tuned for that, because we got plans in the works and we'll keep you abreast of all of that.
We'll keep your breasts about all that.
Keep your breasts about it. So unless there's anything else, Jay, is there anything else that we need to cover? Did we miss?
No, we're all good right now.
I think there's one thing we need to cover, and that is Fuzzy shooting his shot again, trying to seal the deal here, saying, "Kate, pick out anything you want, my darling."
Oh, you have to say it in an Arab accent.
You mean the Desi accent? Kate, pick out anything you want, my darling.
That's how they pick up chicks in Dubai.
Oh, sad. Oh, my
so
beauty.
I used to hate
my darling, my sweetie.
A lot of Indian and Desi people. It was just fucking hilarious because that's how they would try to pick up chicks, because they're straight from India and Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so good. It was gorgeous. I swear to God.
Too good. Too good. Well, it's funny because Fuzzy sounds like he just did 2 tours in Vietnam, but that's just me.
Vietnam.
He was in Nam.
He was in Nam. Oh yeah, that's right. He does. He does sound like it.
Yeah.
He sounds tough as shit.
Yeah. So, anyways, Habibis, thanks again for joining us tonight on Habibi Power Hour. And that was a little bit shorter than we usually do. I think all these episodes are probably going to make it shorter and shorter so that we can try to do this more often. So we're really trying to grow this show a lot more, and we'll keep you posted on what our plans are. So for Habibi Power Hour and the Habibi Bros, I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Mujahed Kobbe.
And we're the Habibi Bros. We will see you guys next week. In the meantime, don't forget to join the Habibi Discord server, and we'll see you on Twitter. Peace, Habibis. Love y'all.